TV News. I am your host ELVIS ODHIAMBO and my sign language interpreter Esther Kendi. Let's focus on the news making headlines. Deputy President Gachagua has called on leaders in the region to emulate Kenya's stance in rejecting colonial boundaries, advocating for borderless Africa to foster socio-economic transformation. Gachagua emphasized that facilitating seamless movement will promote smooth trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement and enhance collaboration for the collective benefit of African people. He delivered these remarks at Aman Complex Stadium in Zanzibar during the 60th anniversary celebrations in the Zanzibar Revolution. Representing President William Ruto, the DP attended the event alongside Presidents Yoweri Museveni, Paul Kagame, and the host Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan of the United Republic of Tanzania and Dr. Hissem Mwinyi of Zanzibar, along with Burundi Prime Minister Gevalis and other regional leaders.
Jambo. Hamjambo tena. Mapinduzi hoi. On behalf of Dr. Ruto and the people of Kenya, I thank Your Excellency Dr. Hussein Mwinyi for gracing our 60th Jamhuri Day celebration last month in Nairobi. It was not only a kind gesture but also a confirmation of the sisterhood and good neighborhood that the people of Kenya and the United Republic of Tanzania have enjoyed for decades. Through Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu, we continue deepening cooperation and collaboration in various fronts for socio-economic transformation of our people. This rides on the existing frameworks under the East African Community, COMESA, among others. We continue to demolish trade barriers to enhance seamless trade and other forms of interaction because we do not want to be defined by our boundaries, but the depth of the mutual benefit of our brotherhood and sisterhood. We reject being defined by boundaries of colonialists. That is why Kenya has removed visa requirement for Africans visiting our nation. We want to grow beyond the borders of our country because there is no more to gain in breaking boundary barriers than closed-door policies. A visa-free region is also an enabler to the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which Kenya and the United Republic of Tanzania are party to. Indeed, Tanzania is our leading export market, but we can do more in balancing trades. Kwa hayo mengi na machache, nataka kutoa pongezi kwa watu ya Zanzibar kwa hii sherehe ya miaka 60 ya mapinduzi, na watu ya Kenya wanatakia nyinyi mema. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Ambo.
The Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition is claiming that the country is sliding back into a dictatorial era under the current regime led by President William Ruto. The opposition leader Raila Odinga and Azimio leaders criticized President William Ruto for recent attacks on the judiciary. During the funeral service at the late Migori County ODM party chairperson, Philip Makabongo, the Azimio Brigade rallied behind the judiciary, which has recently faced criticism from the head of state. Mr. Odinga urged that President William Ruto's intentions is to deliberately weaken the judiciary to avoid scrutiny in his government.
Everybody must be subject to the courts. And you can see the orchestrated campaign to intimidate and blackmail the courts. You want to tell the judges and the magistrates not to be cowards. Tell them that we, together with the millions and millions of Kenyans, are behind you and will defend you. You know, it took us a long time to come up with this constitution. The struggle to get a new constitution was not an easy one.
The Ruto we see today is the real Ruto. The Ruto we have been seeing from 2022. September was a fake Ruto. This one is a real Ruto. The dictatorship runs in his blood. This is the real one. Don't be surprised. This one attacking the judiciary is the real route.
Mumias East MP Peter Salasia was on Friday arrested over allegations of assaulting a local politician during a funeral held in Kakamega County. Mr. Salasia, who faces charges of assault, causing a physical harm and creating disturbance in a way that could lead to breach of peace, was however freed on a bail of 50,000 Kenyan shillings following his apprehension. The MP is set to be arraigned in court on Tuesday, January 16th. According to the police, the legislator was arrested in connection with the incidents during which two of his security personnel allegedly fired shots in the air.
Afisa, leta utulivu tafadhali, ndio kazi yako. Afisa, fanya kazi yako tafadhali.
Tusikizane tafadhali. Watu wa kanisa watulie. Mheshimiwa PK, wewe ndio rafiki yangu, tafadhali tutulize watu.
Some 102 pupils from needy families in Embu County who secured places in secondary schools are assured of their secondary education courtesy of the Government of Kenya scholarships. The pupils, 46 boys and 56 girls, will have their school fees paid and provided with personal effects during their 4 years in secondary school as part of the 9,000 pupils to benefit from the government scholarships administered by the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation. Embu West DCC flagged off the scholarships aged between 13 and 14 and advised them to be good examples to their peers and the society at large. She said the scholars were selected in a transparent manner by sub-county committees that even visited the applicant's home to verify their socio-economic status to ensure only the very deserving cases are selected. Embu County Director of Education, Kosgei Kipruto, said that 102 were selected from the over 1,000 applicants.
I had 329, and I can say thank you because of this sponsorship of JKF or Elimu scholarship, because it will help me so that I can achieve my goals when I go to secondary school, and I will be able to settle in school. I will not be sent. I don't be sent to go for school fees every time. When I grow up, I would be like to be a doctor.
Tuliweza kupata applications kadri ya 1,000 na wanafunzi ambao tulikuwa tunawahitaji walikuwa wanafunzi 102. Hao wakiwa wavulana 46 na wasichana 56. Hawa ni wanafunzi ambao wako distributed across our county, the 6 sub-counties, na siku ya leo tulikuwa tunakuja kuwa flag off, kuwaongelesha na kuwapatia heri njema pamoja na wazazi wao.
Nimewaambia watie bidii ndio wakirundi kwa society, wakimaliza masomo yao waweze kujenga hii taifa kwa njia mbalimbali, waweze kusaidia wasasi wao na hata watoto wengine wao.
I'm the first born na kuna wengine wadogo wangu, and then nilikuwa na hofia kwamba sitaenda shule because mimi ni orphan, na sasa mimi huwa na take responsibility ya wadogo wangu tukiwa na shushangu, and then nilikuwa na uoga sana juu nilikuwa naona sitaenda shule, maisha yangu yamepotelea hivyo, but kwa huruma zake Mwenyezi Mungu nikapata hii scholarship ya elimu. Then nikakuja interview, nikaambiwa nimefaulu. Niliambia tu Mungu asante juu sikuwa naona maisha yangu tu yangepotelea hivyo.
Coastal Civil Society Network for Human Rights have written to Kenya Ports Authority demanding an update of the Mombasa Port concession process. In a joint media briefing, Lobby Chair Zedekiah Adika threatened to initiate allegations processes that should be port management failed to get the update. He further noted that lobby groups have carried out litigations in some of the projects initiated by the government in Mombasa County, among them the 419.84 billion shillings and the 6 billion shillings affordable housing Patox project. Accompanied by his host of activists from the region, Mr. Adika further challenged the National Assembly to conduct an oversight role to ensure the concession plan is done within the stipulates of the law.
This network has written to the KPA, Kenya Ports Authority, seeking information on their progress with the process of concession and privatization. Our focus is to look at those facts against the views of the people of the coast and the laws, and there's a possibility that we may litigate. We have equally done some litigations on certain projects. One of those projects is the SGR and the Buxton projects, and some of the policies that we felt were irredeemably out of place. As long as the executive remains adamant and seek to present substandard policies and laws, and Parliament remains incompetent in enhancing oversight, and continue to legislate the laws that fail the test of constitutionalism, the executive must brace itself for more class suits, breathing life to the rule of law.
Ngurai South residents have promised to stay put and stop the malaria PMI program set to kick off on Monday 15th this month if the residents are not considered for the casual jobs. Speaking to the press at Abuloi Dispensary, which was to act as the center of operation for the program in the ward, angry youths locked the rooms which were meant to house the workers and act as store for their reagents and for fumigation exercise. The area MCA, Joseph Iseme, who led the demonstrations, has vowed not to allow the exercise in his ward if youths from the area are not considered.
Sisi kama MCS tuliarifiwa kwamba kuna advert inaendelea online na vijana wetu wameulizwa waombe kazi. Wakati tumerudi huku mashinani tukakuta ya kwamba watu wetu hawana habari, na kazi yenyewe inaitwa Busia Seasonal Workers na ni ya kuspray dawa ya malaria. Jambo la kusikitisha ni kwamba tulikuwa juzi tarehe 10 kule Katakwa na washikadau, tukasemesana wakati waahidi ya kwamba wale watu wanaenda kufanya hii kazi lazima watoke kwa hiyo ward. Baadaye mimi nimekuja kupata ya kwamba Kuna mtu kutoka Kisumu, hata yuko hapa leo, anaitwa Solomon Ochieng. Ameletwa kama storekeeper, kuchunga tu ile vifaa wataweka ndani ya nyumba. Na mimi mpaka nikajiuliza, hapa kwa wodi yangu hata kuna mtu mmoja mwenye anaweza hata kusimamia store?
Tumekusanyika hapa siku ya leo kwa sababu ya kuweza kufunga majengo haya kwa wale wanaotakana kuishi hapa, kwa shughuli ya kuweza kuspray mambo ya mbu, kuangamiza mbu ama malaria. Kwa mfano kama vijana walihakikishiwa kuweza kuapply ili waweze kupata hiyo kazi, lakini mwisho baada ya kuapply watuletea watu tofauti ambao wenye hawakuapply kwa hiyo area.
Police in Kisii have launched an investigation into the cause of a fire that burnt down a dormitory in Nyakoiba Mixed Secondary School on Friday morning. The area county commissioner, Tom Njegere, noted that 5 a.m. fire led to the loss of property worth 10 million shillings belonging to the students. The multi-agency team has called on the school management and the stakeholders across the country to prioritize investigation on the fire extinguishers to avert such huge losses. The unfortunate fire broke out when students were out for their morning preps. No injuries were reported.
Iko pia nia ya wale walimu ambao wanafanya kazi kama boarding masters na wale vijana wetu ambao wamechaguliwa kama prefects in charge of dormitories pia wapewe elimu kuhusiana na mambo ya mioto. Pendekezo lingine ambalo tumepeana ni kwamba iko haja ya kukuwa na zile fire extinguisher katika kila bweni ili tuweze kuzuia mambo kama haya yakitokea.
Yangu ninasema asante kwa Mungu. Mungu wetu alikuwa mwema. Hakuna kitendo ambacho ilifanyika ya mtoto achomeka kama nini. Ni mali amechomeka, lakini mali Mungu ataleta ingine. Sasa mimi kama MCA kitu na advocate tutaenda kukaa kwa assembly yetu. Tunataka kila sub county ipate gari ya kusima moto ikae karibu. Ndio kama ingekuwa hapa karibu Kenya ingekimbia haraka isime moto. Hiyo mambo tutafikiza kwa gavana yetu.
And that is all we had prepared for you, our viewers here at Science TV Prime News. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV. Please connect with us on all our social media platforms, on X, on Facebook, and on other platforms. You also have a contact on the screen which you can use to send your feedback. Have a good night, and I believe you're going to enjoy your night.